It's me again, guys. Carl here with another YouTube video. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, guys, I just wanted to share really quickly what were some of the core values and principles that allowed me to really just barely survive my first year out of college. Now, I've been outside of college for about a year and 4 months, and I know that that transition period once you leave college and go into the real world can be a super turbulent one, and I just kind of love documenting my journey as well. So I wanted to just put out the things that I have found have been beneficial to me. I don't know who needs to hear this video, but I think the things I'm gonna say are gonna actually be super beneficial to anyone going through any kind of transitional phase in your life, not necessarily just leaving college. I also kind of want to take a step back and preface this video by saying that I actually deferred my master's degree to leave college to try to become a professional footballer and to start my own online business. So far, both of these things are going pretty well, and I am going to be using this channel to basically continue documenting my journey. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and subscribe for future videos if that sounds like something that you would be interested in. As I just mentioned, becoming a professional footballer was the #1 thing on my mind once I left college, and last year was 2020, the year of the global pandemic. So for me, that really put a halt on any real opportunities that I could have gotten to continue to pursue my dream. And because of my inability to pursue what has really been my lifelong goal, it caused me to launch a lot of psychological warfare on myself, and all these tips I'm about to share were crucial in me basically getting through what was honestly like a pretty testing period for me. It was a testing period for most people around the world, so like I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to share with you guys how I got through it and how I think that these strategies could be applied to someone else if they're going through a testing time as well. Now, the first thing that I recommend that you do is go ahead and create a daily routine. At least have some semblance of an idea of where you want to be putting your time every single day. Now, the reason why this is super important is because once you leave college, you don't have the structure of classes to kind of organize your day for you. A lot of people will just be going into the 9-to-5 working world. For me, I went straight into entrepreneurship, and I found that I've always been pretty good at having a schedule. And for me, I know the importance of having a routine for productivity, but it was a weird period in that a lot of my other friends who, yes, had 9-to-5 jobs or didn't have the opportunity to get a job because of the pandemic, really complained about the fact that they felt like if their days just kind of ran together. Now, there can be a little bit of a transition period between when you get out of college and when you actually get your first job or you start seeing like true success within your business. This is a period where you really need to create good daily habits to allow you to go above and beyond your comfort zone, to really seek out opportunities and to really seek out ways that you can go out and be of service to other people. The second thing that was super important for me was leaning into a strong support system. Now, I highly recommend that you go ahead and try to build a support system around you of people who share similar ideologies and are on what you think is a similar trajectory to where you see yourself being in life. Now, your support system shouldn't just be people who are on your level. They should be people who you think are 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, and also a couple of people who are way ahead of you. I think having the perspective of all of these different types of people really helps you to be focused on exactly what you need to do to take the steps to be where you want to be. Now, in this day and age, it's actually super easy to get connected with these types of people. You can use social media. I've used Instagram personally to reach out to a lot of people who I think are a couple steps ahead of me, and I have formed working relationships with them. And one app that's actually really good for this is also Clubhouse. Clubhouse is the app that I've been able to get in and just overhear conversations of entrepreneurs who are way ahead of me. I'm sure that if you get on Clubhouse, you can find authorities in whatever your business, whatever your niche, whatever your employment field is, and you can really start getting a sense of how the greatest minds in your industry are thinking and the topics that are coming up on their lips every single day, the habits that they're doing to have success every single day. And it's a really good avenue for you to step up and also have conversations with these people, ask them direct conversations, and you know what I mean, get them into your network. The next thing that I want to recommend that you do is give yourself space to do things in moderation. For me, I'm a person who is all about sustainability. I know that we live in a time right now where hustle culture is very much like glamorized. It's seen as if you aren't like working really hard, then you aren't doing anything, especially in my field, which is entrepreneurship. But I have found that that is just the fastest way to burn yourself out. So I guess instead of saying moderation, a better way might have been to say to do things sustainably. Put systems, plans, goals in place to allow you to systematically Become better at the things that you want to do. Give yourself room to fail. Give yourself room to question whether the things that you're doing, whether the person you are now is the person you want to be, the person that you see yourself being in 5-10 years. When you're going through that transitional period, you really get the chance to take a step back, strip yourself down to almost nothing, and rebuild yourself as whatever you want. So I guess when I was saying do things in moderation, I was kind of saying don't be afraid to test, don't be afraid to go outside of your realm of understanding, don't be afraid of trying to learn new things, talk to new people. It's basically that time for testing and tasting so that you can know exactly who you want to be. Another thing that I started to do that really helped me, I went through some really tough periods with this, but is accepting that you have a lot of value to offer to the world. When you're leaving college, like for me, I've definitely found it going into entrepreneurship. I know I've spoken to a lot of my friends as well going into the corporate world that they say they don't feel like they belong, they don't feel like they're competent, and this is just basically imposter syndrome. I know people who have successfully gone through successful hiring processes, and as soon as they get to the company, they feel like if they're unable of coping. The reason why you are the places that you are and you are interacting with the people that you are is because you have a lot of value to offer to these people. A little bit of this is actually your ego telling you that you are so special, you are so important, that you are somehow the only person who is incapable of getting this job done, or you are the only person who is over this job. So as you get over your ego a little bit and you actually start to just walk in the shoes of the person that you're supposed to become, you're gonna see over time it's gonna be easier for you to accept your value within the world. And this is something that I honestly just think comes with time and comes with the continued reassurance of the people around you that you are where you're supposed to be. And to follow up that last tip, and something that which I think is super important for you if you are trying to get into entrepreneurship, is to stop all of the self-deprecating thoughts and habits. Just stop it. All the self-destructive behavior, all these like little snarky jokes that you make with your friends about you not being capable, about you not being worthy, about you not being worth anything. Like, just drop it. It's not healthy for your mind state. You're actually like conditioning your mind to believe these thoughts, and it's just gonna hold you back from becoming whatever you actually want to be. Now you need to realize that most things in the world are already not stacked in your favor unless you are a white Caucasian male living in America. I'm joking. Beating yourself up, getting on yourself, being harsh on yourself because you feel like you can't figure it out, you feel like no one is replying to you, you feel like if you're making no progress, is just not the way to actually get ahead. As I kind of mentioned previously, be sure to give yourself room to learn, give yourself room to grow. Nothing great happens overnight. Also, a super comforting thought is that no one really truly knows what they're doing either. Everyone's just kind of putting it together as they go. So don't be so self-critical to the point where you actually freeze yourself and stop yourself from moving forward in any direction. Yeah guys, so I'm going to be making a much bigger effort to document my journey over the next coming months, and I just wanted to put this video out, as I said, for anyone who might be going through a transitional period in their life and might just need to hear this right now, that you're not alone, and that on the other side there's just so many good things waiting for you. Just keep on hustling, keep on grinding, and you will get there. I promise you. I did it, and I am no one. But yeah, if you have any questions, don't forget to go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below, guys, and subscribe for future videos as I take you guys behind the scenes of what it's like trying to be an online digital entrepreneur who is also toying with the idea of becoming a professional athlete. And yeah, that self-doubt still always creeps in, but we keep on moving forward, guys. So if you watch all the way to this point in the video, just want to say thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.